it at any time through the LMS. Yeah, so today we are starting the Excel lesson, and there are two important messages that I need to tell you. Next week, you are going to have a small examination, right? Most probably it's going to be on the LMS, right? So it is on the class time, right? I'm not going to give you like uh, like ක්ලාස් එකෙන් එළියදී කරන්න දෙන්න මට අයිඩියා එකක් නැහැ. ක්ලාස් ටයිම් එකේ හැරෙද ටයිම් කරලා කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහ එකක් arrange කරන්න මම හිතාගෙන ඉන්නේ, so we can discuss the paper as well, right? So be prepared. So
MCQ like type?
Yeah, it could be MCQs, and sometimes you may have short answer types, but anyway it's something that you can do from the computer. There are like
you have to type the answers.
Yeah, if you are going to type, it will be a short answer thing, like you are giving in the short answer manner, not the description types, right? Like one word or one number or something like that, or otherwise it's going to be the MCQs. Still I'm having that idea, right? When I'm planning, if I'm having the feeling like it's better that I'm going to that I'm going to give you answering question as well. I'm going to prepare it as well. So on those things, you can write the answer and send me the WhatsApp answer, so I will be able to mark it, right? Let me just I just need to inform you, by next week there will be a small examination. It's not a hard one, and so don't go through the things that you have done, right? Everything is in your textbook, and you just read it through and keep the things in mind. So we are going to have the questions from the first lesson, second lesson, third and fourth, and word. That's all. Those 5 lessons will be there, right? So most probably you will be getting around 20 to 30 MCQs. So it will be a 45 minutes kind of an exam, like 45 minutes or 1 hour type of an exam. So you have to start it with the class, right? So I'm going to give the access to the examination when I'm starting the class. So you have to do it during the class, and you have to submit it during the class. So I will be able to if it is MCQ1, I really don't need to evaluate it. It will be evaluated once after you submit, right? So that doesn't matter if you're having a mobile device. If you have a computer, it's better you get prepared with the computer, right? And still you can use a tab or a mobile device to do the examination. It is supported for any platform. So don't worry, but if you got a computer, that will be better, right? And again, since we are doing a practical thing, practical lesson, it's better you have a computer at your side if you can, right? So I will be able to share your screen with me to see whether the things are okay or not, right? So it will be much easier for us to interact without having the photos and send it back to me, right? So if you got a computer, just log in by it, right, and connect with this thing, right? And still, if you are worrying that you are not having a webcam or a mic in your computer, doesn't matter. You can use 2 devices, right? Mics, webcam නෑ කියලා worry වෙන්න බෑ. webcam එකක් නම් අපිට කොහොමදත් ඕන වෙන්නේ නැහැ, because I don't need to share your video with me. ඔයාට screen එකනේ share කරගන්න තියෙන්නේ. So internet connection for the computer is sufficient, right? So you can communicate with me through the chat, and you can share. So you don't need any mic or a webcam. You just need a computer and an internet connection, and you can install the Zoom into that, right? So the sharing will be easy. if we do it like that.
So you're
Right?
not planning to start physical classes, right?
No, I'm not, because that's why I'm taking everything into the online sessions. So grade 10 and your grade 11 will entirely be doing online, right? Uh, uh, your entire, until you are facing the O level, your entire thing will be on online. But in case if I need to take you here to do an examination, I may call upon you here, but it is like very rarely, like once a term or once a two term or something like that. I always try to make the paper uh, in the online way. Then you will be able to answer it even for the essay questions. I'm planning to have the papers online, so you can answer it and submit, so I can get corrected, or I can discuss with you when you are having the answers by your side, right? So that's the first important message. So you are going to have an examination by next week. So it is from first lesson, second lesson, third, fourth, and the word processing, which is the sixth lesson, right? So be prepared. It's not going to be a hard one, but it's better you answer it like by heart in the things, right? Without looking at the book, right? Because I can't see what you are doing at your side, right? And you have to be honest with yourself when you are doing online lessons and online examinations especially. So like give it a shot and have the measurement, right? So by next week it's going to be there, and the people who haven't done the first two lessons with me, like 2-3 lessons with me, who have connected with me recently, just go through your textbook. Everything is there in your textbook, so the questions will be from that, right? So don't worry about it. And regarding the practical lesson, if you didn't connect with me when we are doing during the practicals, so uh, just go through the word lesson what we have done there, right? There will be simple questions, not very hard ones, and we are going to discuss it as well, right? Okay, so today's lesson is about the Excel, and before that, let me see whether I have. Yeah, yes, Binadi. So, like, it is from the lessons that we have covered up. So, again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 6th lesson, right? So, the data and information, introduction to computer, then the number systems, gates, and the word processing software. All right. Okay. And people, can I have this confirmation? I just need to confirm these things, like who have connected with me using the IME group. IME group එකෙන් මාත් එක්ක connect වෙච්ච කට්ටිය චුට්ටක් මට confirm කරන්න. You can just send a message, because I need to mark yourself, because I have to inform that side about the people who have connected with me. So
So not us, right?
no. Minol, Binadi, and Seren, I know you are from my side. And I don't really remember. Onetra, is Onetra here? No, Onetra is not here. Neither. Avinash, you connected through the IME group, right? Yeah. So yeah. So Nuhansi, Avinash, and Sandil, yes. And even Sinura, you are from the IME group, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So I think, yeah, that's all. Yes. Nuhansi, Avinash, Sandil. Yeah, let me mark those things, dear, because I need to give them the feedback. So it Nuhansi is here. Avinash. Yeah, Avinash, your name is there. Nuhansi is okay. And Sandil, yeah, one is right here. Yeah, Sandil, Avinash, Nuhansi, and Sinora. Sinora, I think your name should be here. Right. Right. Thank you very much, people. Okay, so let's start the lesson. So it is about MS Excel. Let me share the screen first. All right, so spreadsheet is all about what we call the calculation part. So previously we have done the word processing software, or like the word processing, which we use the MS Word to do the word processing part. So it is for the documentation, and this electronic spreadsheet, it is mainly for the calculation part. So calculation and calculation related things, right? So when it comes to the calculation, so you will be able to do the accounting part and the mathematical calculations, equations can be used, and you can generate different types of charts using those data. So those will be discussed within this practical lesson, and we will be discussing how those things can be overcome, or like fulfilled using this electronic spreadsheet. So we are discussing, we are introducing two different softwares, which are called the MS Excel and the OpenOffice Write. But we are going to continue with the MS Excel when we are doing the practicals, right? So your introduction is about why we are like how what is the beginning of the calculation and how we have done the calculation from the beginning. It's like from using our hands and fingers, and later we use not we actually, the Chinese and Japanese people have used something called abacus, right? So that is being shown in the second image. And later it is been developed, the calculator was developed, and like not a very modernly, like 10 to 15 years back, they have found the Excel, so which was very capable of doing things. But the only difference is you need a computer to do the things. Like in nowadays you can do it using a mobile device as well, but still you need a device which supports the spreadsheet, right? And now these electronic spreadsheets, there are a lot of electronic spreadsheets. So in your next page, they have shown you the advantages of the electronic spreadsheets. So if you can just highlight the things, because these things can be asked in your MCQs, right? What are the benefits? So in your third question, the Excel question is the third question of your second paper. So you are going to have a full question from this Excel, and it is a very easy question to get marks, right? Because it is regarding the simple calculations. So using the Excel, we will be able to do simple as well as complex calculations. But according to our syllabus, we are not going for the complex calculations. And we can do the presentation of data using the charts and all these things. And we can arrange the data in ascending and descending order, right? And we can segregate, right? That means like you can categorize the things, right? And check the validity of the data, right? Validity means like whether those are in the given range or given format or those kind of things, right? And even we can protect our spreadsheet using a password. And also we always saving the things for future use, right? So that means we can edit it later on with the things that we have done. So electronic spreadsheet application softwares are given as follows, right? So there are many different things. Excel from Microsoft Corporation, Numbers from Apple Incorporation, right? And LibreOffice Calc, I'll show you what it is. And OpenOffice Calc, these two, the last two are free and open source softwares, right? Which means we can download it freely, and we can edit it according to our requirement, right? And make our own version if we have the sufficient knowledge regarding that. Excel and Numbers are proprietary softwares, or in other words, licensed softwares. So we have to pay and take those things, right? And we have to to have the maximum usage, or like the if you need to use all the features in the spreadsheet in Excel and Numbers, we have to pay it and take. And they are providing us, especially the Microsoft Corporation, providing us a trial version of 1 month period to experience how the Excel is. So then after, they are not allowing us to continue it. And when it comes to the Sri Lanka, most of the Sri Lankan people are using the pirated copies of these things. So it's kind of an illegal thing, but still Sri Lanka does not have the they haven't pressed it very hardly regarding the software piracy. So if it is there, then most of the Sri Lankan won't be able to use the Excel, right? But still LibreOffice Calc and OpenOffice Calc, it is freely available for everyone, right? So the usage or the use in the spreadsheet software is shown here. And apart from these spreadsheet softwares, now all these things are like standalone applications, like the applications which we can use inside one particular computer, right? So we have to install it to the computer, then we have to use it. And there are cloud-based spreadsheets as well, right? If you take the Google Sheets, I'll show you a Google Sheet. Now this is a Google Sheet where I am handling your payments, and I'll show you a empty Google Sheet. Yeah, it is something like this. So this is a spreadsheet. So this is what you call the Google Sheet spreadsheet. So you need the internet connection to use this, because it is in the cloud or in the internet, right? And you need a Gmail account. So once you are having a Gmail account, you can access any of its service. Most of them are freely available. So here I am logged into my email account. So once I click on this 9 bullet icon, there are so many different applications that we can use freely using Google services. So yeah, someone is chatting. Let me see what it is. Yeah, Avinash, it is very similar to the Excel, but I can say Excel is much capable, right? but you can do many different things using Google Sheets. The only the best benefits, yeah, the commands and all, yeah, most of them, like more than 95%, they are very similar. Sum is sum, average is average, and you will learn those functions, and they are very same in the Google Sheet, right? And the best benefit that you can take is you can access it from anywhere and from any device, right? Then matter computer can access කරන්නත් පුළුවන්, මගේ phone එකෙනුත් පුළුවන් මෙයාට access කරන්න, right? මගේ tab එකෙනුත් පුළුවන්, මම වෙන computer එකකට ගිහලා මගේ email account එකට log වුණාම මට එතනිනුත් පුළුවන්. So it is the very best benefit or the advantage that we can take from the cloud-based application. And similarly, Microsoft is also giving the cloud-based spreadsheet, which is the very same Excel, but according to the Office 365, right? So let me show you that thing as well. So yeah, so this is my Office 365 account. Actually, it's not mine, it's the school, which the Microsoft account, which is provided by the school, right? So here we can have something like Excel, not something like Excel, it's Excel, the cloud-based Excel. So it is also very same. It is the actual Excel that we are used in the in our computer. Likewise, we can through our Microsoft account, we can access this from anywhere and from any device. But the only difference is if we need to use this Office 365 facility, we have to purchase it, right? It is something around the 15 to 20,000. So you have to pay it and take, right? You will be given again a free trial time, but after that you won't be able to edit or do any.
So you're paying?
No, not me, Aminul. It's the school who have paid on behalf of us. So we are having the facility since we are doing the online teaching process.
But now it's finished, right?
No, it's like it's not the when it comes to the school, they are not yet finished, because in our school we are still continuing to the grade 6, 7, 8, and 9s. So we are doing it through the Teams. So it's a Microsoft product. So with Microsoft Teams, Office 365 is also enabled for us. So we can use it until they are allowing us to do. So if we are like discontinued it after this online sessions are ended up, so we have to discontinue as well, right? So these two are cloud-based, right? The Google Sheets and the Office 365, which is this very same Excel, but in the cloud that you are going to use. So by looking at it, you can understand. Oh shit! Sorry, I have stopped the sharing part. So by looking at it, you can understand Excel is much more complicated and facilitated than the Google Sheet. But the only difference is this is free for everyone and for everyone and for every day, right? That's what they are saying. It will be free always, and this is you have to pay and take, right? Okay, so these are the different kinds of Excel, and let me show you the OpenOffice one, which is again a free and open source software, and very much similar to the Excel, but it doesn't have much facilities, again, as I say. Let me, I was having the right, see. Yeah. So this is OpenOffice Writer. So, oh, sorry, it's not OpenOffice Writer. It's the Word one. I need the Calc. Yeah, OpenOffice Calc. So this is the OpenOffice spreadsheet. It is something very similar to the Google spreadsheet as well. So again, this is very similar to the MS Office versions, which was before the 2007, right? 2007 වලට කලින් තිබ්බ version එකක් මේ වගේම තමයි Office වල. So Office is much advanced now, since they are like they are taking something from us that we have to pay it, no? So pay කරනකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ product එක ගොඩක් quality එකකට දෙන්න ඕනේ සහ ගොඩක් facilities එක දෙන්න ඕනේ. So they invest it very much, but since this is developed by the people like a free and a charity work, so since it is not very much advanced like Excel, but still for the things that we are doing, this is very much sufficient to do our things, right? Okay, so you can have free and open source software if you want, right? And you can use Excel if you need. So you have the cloud-based access as well if you pay it and take it, or else you can crack the software and use it, right? So, and again, people, I have this advice which I found recently, and I can't guarantee about this very much, but I'm using it. I have purchased a license key for the Windows operating system from eBay, right? Like for $1,000, right? So like it generally it's going to cost you like 20 to 30,000 bucks, right?
No, but you can get it for like no, less than that also from a genuine key, not from eBay also. From
yeah, like Minul, from a genuine key means
it's like you go
like
for a site like a Coda shop or something, and you get that key.
Yeah,
like,
but that key will get blacklisted if you are not maintaining it properly. And when it comes to the operating systems, in one point, they are going to quote you. You have like take it like if you that you have cracked the software, or like you have using something which they haven't sent to you, right? Now I have experienced a lot of technical problems, like when the operating system is getting updated. If you are like crack that operating system, most of the times your operating system giving you this blue screen times, and sometimes your operating system is not getting loaded. So you will be facing a lot of problems with the cracked software or the pirate softwares. So what I am advising you is, I'm just checking it now. So I have purchased it for like I don't know, 700 or 800 from the eBay. So I just installed it, and it is a genuine key. And they are like, the argument that they are getting is America or European countries වල පාවිච්චි කරන්න බැරිව අතෑරපු machines වල තියෙන key එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ resell කරන්නේ. So Microsoft has recently given that authority to resell their keys for one particular time. එක සැරයක් හරි සමහර අය කියනවා 3 සැරයක් sell කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. So I was purchasing something like that. So now my operating system, but in this computer, my operating system is genuine because it was there when I was purchasing it. For my previous computer, I've purchased something for operating system, as well as in here. No, it's Avinash. If they can't use means ඒගොල්ලන් කියන්නේ ඒකේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තියෙන්නේ hard disk එකකට. Once you apply the security key into a hard disk, if you are not using that hard disk, you can give that license key to someone else, but they are permitting that for like only for 1 or 2 or 3 times, as they say, right? එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ hard disk එක use වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ key එක කවදාවත් duplicate කරන්න බෑ. You can't duplicate the key. If it is get duplicated, it will be the second one will be captured as and blacklisted, right? So, that means that particular hard disk is not using that, so they are selling it for us. So මුළු ලෝකෙම අපි තමයි දැන් ඒක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. දැන් වෙන කෙනෙකුට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ key එක දුන්නොත් ඒ දෙවෙනි කෙනා blacklist වෙනවා, because I have purchased that. Right. So, and recently I have purchased it for my Office 365 package as well. So it's a simple activation that we need to do, right? And I am with the full features of the Excel and all the Office packages. So again, it's cost me like 800 rupees. right? ඒක නිසා මට හිතෙනවා ඒ ක්‍රමේ වඩාත් safe කියලා, because you are having all the features and it is legal, because eBay is not allowing to do illegal transactions, right? So eBay එක වග කියනවා ඒ දෙයට. So we are having a clue that we are purchasing it from this particular site and from this particular buyer. So even if it comes to a legal site, we are safe, right? සහ හොඳම දේ තමයි ඔයගලන්ට ඒකේ features ඔක්කොම ටික පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? ඒක නිසා go for something like that, right? අම්මලට තාත්තලට කිව්වම ඒගොල්ලෝ ඔක පොඩ්ඩක් කරලා දෙයි, they know how to do this, right? Seran අහලා තිනවා, so what is pirated කියලා. Pirated means Seran like අපිට පුළුවන් then if we visit to the Microsoft website, they are allowing us to download the Office or like any operating system or any Microsoft product. The only thing is to use that we have to we have to activate it. So to activate it, we should have a valid license key which should purchased by paying to the Microsoft corporation, right? So actually we are paying for that license. රුපියල් 15000ක් 20000ක් වෙන්නේ license key එක. දැන් ලෝකේ ඉන්න ගොඩක් පිරිස ඔය computing ගැන හොඳටම දන්න කට්ටිය, they have cracked this software. crack කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ they have make a way to use that particular software without giving a license key, right? ඒවට තමයි අපි pirated softwares කියලා කියන්නේ. නැත්නම් software piracy කියලාත් අපි කියනවා, right? Yeah. Oh yes, Minul, you have sent me some link. It is from the OEM CD keys.
But if eBay you get someone else's key, no, this is a genuine key.
Yeah. So genuine key means no. They are selling the OEMs, Minul. Like OEM
The
stand
boot
for
thing.
yeah.
Bootload එක unlock.
So like I don't remember what OEM means. It has an extraction. So ඒගොල්ලෝ OEM තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ sell කරන්නේ, right? But anyway, if you are getting something like this, which is very useful. මොකද
But say if you like now if you want to buy games, like I would suggest getting the pirated version instead of
yeah, because games they won't allow us to have that neither. Games කිව්ව මේක particular different thing. eBay එකේ තියෙනවද game keys sell කරන්න?
නෑ, like game keys තියන්නේ අර no, they sell something and like some are not like genuine, our account sell කරලා වගේ.
Right, okay. Yes. I know about those. So there's a business like that as well. Yeah, so that is regarding the licensing part. So why I'm telling you licensing is now what I'm using is Microsoft 2019, the latest version. So like
Yes,
I am activated with all the features with it. So I can do all the things which is given with the license version.
So but when it comes to Mac, you can't buy the like
yeah. So that is going to be a problem when it comes to the or Mac OSs. You have to buy it from the Apple Store, right? So the iStore. So they are not allowing to do this, right? But again, no, they are not allowing to. But you can do it like this, Nirvinul. You can go visit to the Microsoft Store and you can download the Office for Mac. Then you can run that setup and give the keys and activate it, right?
I think like for Word also, you should go to the App Store, then buy Word. Like Mac, Apple and Microsoft has a collaboration, so you have to buy Word for some amount.
Right, okay. Which I'm not very much.
And like final, now Apple only softwares are also there. No?
Yeah. So like,
so they are also we have to buy those stuff. They are not giving.
So that is free. Only for Macs, right? Macintosh operating can like when it comes to the my tab is not asking me to buy it. They are just giving it me for the free of charge.
App Store, it's now pages are given already. Pages, numbers, and all those stuff are given. Now, if you want to buy Word, you should go to the App Store and buy Word, like buy Word from Microsoft. Like you have to buy Word.
Yeah. Then again, when it comes to the tabs, in my tab I have installed the things, so which I wasn't buy it, like there was there to download and install the thing, so it is with the with all the features, so they are not asking
But
me
in
to
the
do it
Mac
for the
Store, like there was like some apps are different also, like in the platform.
Maybe when it comes to the Macs, it's going to be there. Can Apple laptop එකයි Apple desktop එකටයි ගන්න ගියාම ඔය problem එක තියෙනවා ඇති.
The Android and all those stuff, they give the Samsung got they give all the office softwares for free. Even
Avinash,
the iPhone now, you can get some.
Yeah, Avinash, my version is 2019, Avinash, Office 2019, and Office 2019 Pro, I guess, professional, right? If you want, I'll send you some links in the eBay, as well as the Minerals link also. I think it's a good one to like go for.
That's one Sri Lankan tool. Like there's a
Right,
YouTube
okay.
channel called PC Guide.
Yes. Right, okay. All right, people. So let's shift to the lesson now. Right, so it is regarding the Excel. So I was talking about the licensed version and the cracked version about the Excel for any particular software. All right. Yes, Avinash. So you go for a licensed version. I'll send you the link as well. Right, and I think Minul's link is also a good one. Just copy it and try to do the purchase, but do it with an adult, right? Because there are sometimes they just third party පැත්තෙන් යනකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට රවට්ටලා තව දේවලුත් add කරනවා ඕකට. So be very careful, right? When you are purchasing it, do it with an adult, right? Okay, so guys, so this is how Excel looks like. Right, so the spreadsheet which is given by the Microsoft Corporation. So this is the 2019 version. So here you are given the home, new, open thing. So home is like this. So if you are going to go for a new one, so it will give you some templates as well. So this is a blank workbook. So they are like generally addressing it is as a work book. I'll tell you why it is called a workbook, and they have given different kind of templates as well. Like if you need to maintain a calendar or a budget or some graphs, like all these things, we don't need to create by ourselves. It is there already. So only thing we need to like maintain that within that format, right? So for the moment, I'm going to choose this new or the blank workbook. So once I click the blank workbook, so it is given me the Excel interface. So as we talked in the Word, Excel interface is with different kinds of tabs. Most of them like home, insert, and all these things. This draw tab was introduced in the 2019, I guess. Touch sense තියෙනවත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න සහ අපිට draw කරන්න පුළුවන් මේකට දැන්. Right, so it is getting advanced, and this page layout formula is a new thing to the Excel. Data is again going data I guess it was there in the Word. So review, view, and all these things, most of the things are familiar with the word processing software. So when it comes to the home tab, as you get to know in the word processing software, we are having groups. These groups are having names like clipboard, font, alignment, number, style, cells, editing, and all these things. And for each group, you are having a collection of commands or tools to get fulfilled you are doing inside the workbook, right? So why this Excel new blank Excel is called a workbook? It is actually like a book because we are working on the sheets. So this is the sheet 1. If you need another sheet, you can press this plus mark and take another sheet. So likewise, you can take the sheets as much as you want, right? As well as you can delete the sheets if you don't want those. So like when you are deleting it, you can right click on it and you can do the deletion. And if you need to rename this, you can rename it, right? So like if I rename it like grade 10, then I can press enter. And for sheet 3, I can give another name, like I'm giving grade 11. So like double click on it and just type the name you want, right? And if you want to delete those things, you can delete those things, right? And you can do many different things using that. And basically the Excel work area is like consists of these columns, right? And these rows, right? So we are given these guidelines, right? So like to represent each and every row and column intersection as per a rectangle. So this particular rectangle is called a cell. Right? So it is a collection of cell when it comes to a spreadsheet. So these rows are having the headers according to the alphabet, right? So when this alphabet is continued once after the Z, so you are going to continue as AA, AB, AC. It is something like the vehicle numbers, numbering system. So like one AZ is there. So it's going to start from BA, BB, BC, kind of that, right? So likewise, how long this is going to be. So you can go to the very end of your Excel sheet by pressing the control key and the right arrow key, right? It will take you to the very end. So the very end cell is XFD, right? And as well as when it comes to the rows, they have named the rows using an integers, right? So these integers will continue. When you press control and down arrow key, you will be taken to the very last row. So you can see it's a number in million, 1,048,576 rows are there, right? So it is very much capable of doing things inside this, but we are not going to use the entire thing. But when it comes to the very complex comparisons, especially when the bankers are using this, they are having the huge Excel sheet for their workings. So apart from the system that they are using, so these number of rows and columns are like a benefit for them, right? So you can move to the very first cell by pressing the control and home. So you will be taken to the very first cell of your Excel sheet. So you better remember these things, right? It is in your book as well, right? So let me move to your book. They have given the different types of application softwares, which is regarding the spreadsheet, and they are saying how to open it. And they are giving us this explanation regarding the interface, right? So yeah, as they say, let me introduce the things. So at the very top, you are having
Sir.
yeah, people, sorry for the interruption. I was disconnected again. Right, so I was talking about this interface. So the at the very top, you are given the title, And this particular toolbar, which we reference as the quick access toolbar, right over here in your picture, right? So this quick access toolbar, we can extend that by giving the correction mark in front of these words, right? So by clicking on this little arrowhead, right? So you can have many different things. And you can cancel those things as well by ticking off. So if you ticked off the things, so it won't seen you anymore. So like below that, the tabs are given. So these tabs will contain groups, and groups will contain the tools, right? That is the general format of this. So other than that, these tabs are called ribbon as well, right? Make it up a ribbon, you know, so as well as a tab, right? So other than that, yeah, in here you are having a special kind of text boxes. අපිට type කරන්න පුළුවන් තැනක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට අපි කියනවා formula bar කියලා. This is called the formula bar. I'll tell you why it is called the formula bar when the time comes, right? Formula එකක් ලියලා මේක ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන එක තමයි ලේසි. And here at the left hand side corner, there is a box which shows you what is the active cell, or like what is the cell that you are in for the moment, right? Among A1 කියන එක කෙනා click කරලා ඉන්නකොට, so this is showing A1, and B4 කියන එක කෙනා click කරලා ඉන්නකොට this is showing B4. So how yeah, so for how this particular cell is being named, it is simple. Each and every cell is going to have a name, and that name is generated first from the column header, then from the row header, right? So this particular cell is called B2, and this particular cell is called C5, right? So when you are selecting a cell, you can see the relevant column header and the relevant row header is being highlighted, right? So you can easily recognize which cell that you are working with. And as well as here the name box is giving you the clue which cell that you are working with. And by using the mouse, you can select a cell range, right? Or into the horizontal way, or to the vertical way, or diagonally, right? And once we have done such a selection, inside the selection, the one which is not being highlighted will be seen at the name box, right? මේ නැත්නම් අපි selection එක පටන් ගත්ත තැන එකේනා තමයි name box එකේ අපිට පෙන්වන්නේ, right? And here you are given the facility to generate new sheets. We discuss about how it can get generated. And the scroll bar is given. This scroll bar will be grown when your Excel sheet is growing, right? And later in the very bottom, you are given the status bar, right? And there are several different modes that you can use. So at the right hand side, we are using the normal mode, and we can have it as the page layout mode to see how the things are going to be if I need to print this thing out, right? And you can have the page break view, right? So the page break view means කොහොමද pages හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ, කියන්නේ වෙන වෙනම pages හැදෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක, right? So in the page break view, I don't know why they have given it as the ash color. In the last versions, they have given something with the dotted lines. Let me check on that, right? Okay, so when we are working, we are going to work with the normal view, right? And here you are having the zoom controller. So you can zoom in by pressing the plus, and you can zoom out by pressing the minus, or you can just take this zoom controller to the left and to the right to make things zoom in, and to make the spreadsheet zoom out, right? So I have the best practice is it's better you keep it in the 100% when you are working, right? But I have increased this for the reason that I need you to show it clearly. So that is why I'm increasing this so you can see it clearly, right? So those are the things in the Excel interface, right? And so they have given you some explanation regarding that in your book. So just go through, right? When you are doing the practical, you will be having the idea about these things, right? Okay, and they are introducing us the interface of the LibreOffice Calc. So I'm not going to go through that again and again. So just go through it since we are working with the Excel. And then they are going to talk about the worksheet and what are the things that we can do, right? So the naming of the column in the worksheet, as we discussed, it is starting from ABCD up to Z. So after the Z, it is from AA up to AZ. So likewise, it will be a continued XYD position, right? And as we talk, the naming can be done using the column headers and the row headers. So, and here they have shown you how many of columns and rows are there in the version. So in Microsoft Excel 2003, they have 2 to the power 16 rows and 2 to the power 8 columns, right? From 2007 to 2010 version, they were having 2 to the power 20. So that means the very same to the today's number of rows as well. It was 1,048,576. And as well as the number of columns, it is 16,384, right? You actually don't need to remember the number when it comes to the Excel, how many rows and how many numbers, but it's better you remember like millions of it's something very it is more than 1 million the number of rows, and like somewhere around 16 odd as the number of columns, right? And regarding the active cell, as I told you, so which is shown by the name box. So the active cell is highlighted by the relevant column and the relevant row, and the place where we have selected is called the active cell, right? So scrolling part, as I told you, so using the arrow keys, we can scroll here and there, and control arrow keys will move you to the ends of the spreadsheet, like the very end of very left end, very right end, very top end, and very bottom end, right? So that is what happened when you are doing it using the control keys, right? So if I illustrate you again, if I press control left, control right, let's go to the very end, XFD, control left, it will go to the very left end, control bottom, it will go to the very bottom, and control up, it will go to the very up. And if you are staying at the middle of a spreadsheet, when you press control home, it will take you to the very left top cell. That means the A1 by pressing the control home. If you press control and end key, control and end, right? Let me see, yeah, control and end, when you're having some data, control end will take you to the very end of the data, right? Let's see what's happened with those things, right? Here it says control home moves the cell to the A1 position, control N moves the bottom right cell of the data range. Yeah, bottom right cell of the data range. So data තියෙන වෙලාවට තමයි ආයක වැඩ කරන්නේ. Page up and page down, move the worksheet one screen up, and page down, move the screen, move the spreadsheet one screen down. එක screen එක උඩට යවන එකයි එක screen එකක් පහළට යවන එකයි තමයි page up and page down වලින් වෙන්නේ. Like regardless of the Excel, it happens in every software, right? If you take Word, page up and page down do the very same thing. So the cell address, we talk about that, right? So in the name box, you can see it, and the active cell address can be defined using the column header and the row header, right? So then the range of the cells. So here I have shown you what is the range. So you can choose a range horizontally, or you can choose a range vertically, right? Or you can choose a range as a cube, that means diagonally, right? So if you are choosing a range from horizontally, so you can like refer that range from the very left, inside the selection, from very left cell to the very right cell, right? And to explain, it is from here to here. In between those two cell addresses, we are putting a column. So like we are putting a colon, right? So we can say B2 colon E2, right? So if I'm selecting from this particular cell to the here, so my starting cell is B2 and my ending cell is E2. So the range is something like that, right? And if you are selected in the vertical manner, right, for this you can say B2 colon B6, right? So here if you say let's see B3 colon B6, so that particular cell range is from here to here, from B3 to B6. That is regarding a vertical selection, right? So so this is for the horizontal selection, and this is for the vertical selection, right? Let me change it as B4 so I can show you clearly. So this is the horizontal selection, and this is the vertical selection. How I'm selecting here and there, I'm using the control key, right? So if I select the range something like this, so which includes more than one column and more than one row, so I'm going to tell this range by referring to the left top cell, that is the starting cell of the range, and the right bottom cell, right? That means the very ending cell. So that is how we are going to tell the range. So for this, it is from D4 to F8, right? So like I can say D4 colon F8 if I choose it like this, right? So if I choose this, we can refer it as B2 colon E2. If I choose this, we can refer it as B4 colon B6. Then if I choose it like this, it can be told like D4 colon F8, right? So it is the very first, like the top left, from top left cell to the right bottom cell, right? That is how we are going to refer a range, right? People, is it clear so far? Let me have the confirmation.
Clear, sir.
Yeah, you can confirm that. Okay, thank you, Saran. Thank you, Minol. How about the others? Okay, Binadi, thank you. Yeah, okay, Sandil. Right, Nuhansi. All right, thank you. Okay, right. So we are moving forward. So we know how to name a range when the selection is in the horizontal manner and the vertical manner, right? So always remember, you have to put the colon in between when you are referring to a range, right? That is a must. And you don't have this rule to use this capital word for the cell ranges. You can use simple letters as well, that doesn't matter. But since the column headers and column headers are in capitals, we generally use the capital letters to refer when we are referring the cell ranges, right? Okay, so moving forward, so they have given the activity for you to say the answers to the chat, right? Shall we do this quickly? you can put the question number and send the answer, right? Try this out. You can send it through the chat. You don't need to write it on a paper and take a photo and send it to me. Just send it through the chat. It is on the page number. What is the page number? 198 people. 198. Yeah, 7. The first one is A1. Yeah, what is the address of the first cell represented by the R1 cell? Oh, that is wrong. 7, it is not A1, it is A2. Nil parting highlight right? So R1 kina range and nil parting highlight color range. It is the A2, yes, it is, which is correct. Yeah, correct, Binadi.
So no, sir, for the first one, they are asking what is the address of the first cell represented by R1 cell range.
R1 cell range, yes.
Could a B2 name?
Yes, it's the B2, not the A2. Yes, people, you all have went with the wrong answer. Right? It's the B2, right? Not the A2. Yeah, for the second one, it is the F2. Yes, we know that is correct. The very last one from the R1 cell range. Yes, Binadi, that's correct. 7, your answer is also correct regarding the very. Yes, B2 colon. I mean, it is not the semicolon. Yes, Binadi, third answer is correct. It is from B2 colon F2. So it should be the, yes, Nushini, Nuhansi. Your second answer is correct. F2 is the very last one. Yes, Saran, your one is correct as well, right? And people, answer it like this. Doesn't matter. Yeah, for the fourth one, Binadi, yes, write the cell range represented by R2. Yeah, it is from C5 to E7. H1 to H7. Hold on. R2, yes, it is from H1 colon H7. That is correct. Saren, your range is correct. B2 to F2, B2 colon F2, which is correct. Minul, the fourth one is correct. Nuhansi, yes, answer for the third one is correct, Dua. And Saren, answer for the third one is correct, H1 colon H7. And Minul, they are asking about what the fifth and sixth, what is the name of the cell range along the row? Yes, R1 is correct. And along the column R2, it is correct. Yes, Binadi, your one is also correct regarding the fifth question. Yeah, Minul, the seventh answer, C5 to E7, which is correct. It is the correct one. Yes, Sandil, your one is also correct. Yeah, Avinash, you have sent it all in the one, right? Yes, yes. First one is correct, second one is correct, third one is correct, fourth is correct, 5 and 6 is correct. Yes. Question 7, they have a right the cell range represented by R3. Yes, that you should. Yeah, they are asking the cell range, not number of cells, Sandil, as well as Avinash. They are not asking about number of cells. They are asking about the cell range. So you have to say the left top cell's address, colon, the right bottom's cell's address, right? Cell range එක වම් අත පැත්තේ උඩ cell එකයි දකුණු අත පැත්තේ යටම cell එක තමයි cell range එක වෙන්නේ. Yeah, and yes, Binadi, that is correct. Saran, that is also correct. Avinash, your answer is also correct regarding the question 7. So question 8, give the number of cells in the cell range represented by R3. Yeah, now it is correct. It should be 9. Yes. Yeah, Sandhi, that's correct. C5 colon E7. Good. Right. Okay. Good people. So you have gone through the entire thing. Well done. Right. So the answer for the question 8, that is 9. Avinash, that's correct. So the last answer, give the number of cells in the cell range represented by R3. It's going to be 9. Yeah, that's correct. Good. Okay, so then we are going to move to the entering data part. So entering data, you can enter any different data to the Excel, but in Excel, they are dividing these data into 2 different parts. Right, actually 3, but the visible part is 2. So they are saying there are labels, there are values, and there are formulas, right? So let's see what are these things, right? All right. So I think you can see the screen. So I'm going to clear this thing out first. Okay. So what they are referring to, a label is something which is created with the characters, right? Right. So so if you are going to refer to a label, so if I say ABC, it is considered as a label, and if I say A1B, that's also considered as a label, and if I say 1AB, still it is considered as a label. So how you can recognize whether it is a label or not, when you are typing it, once after you type and put enter, it will be there like left aligned on your worksheet. So left aligned things generally can be considered as labels, because why I said the word generally, we can change the way these data are, or like the positions, we can change the positions, right? So like always remember the text, or like the labels are left aligned in the cell, right? And in the other, from B1 to B1, B2, B3, I'm going to give some numbers. Right, so as you can see, these numbers, so we call these things the values. So values will be right aligned in the Excel sheet, right? So labels will be left aligned, values will be right aligned. So apart from label and the what you call the numbers or the values, then there are something called formulas, or like the equations, right? So if I go by the book, they have shown you some several different labels, right? And for telephone number, it is also left aligned in your book's example. So what they have done is they have written the number and make it a label, right? Or to the type of text, right? So the text means it is a label, so it is being left aligned, right? So generally the values are right aligned, right? The ඔයගොල්ලන්ගෙන් MCQ එකකට බොහොම ලේසියෙන් අහන්න පුළුවන් නේද මේ කොටස විතරක් දීලා what is the number, what is the format, or what type of category is this telephone number data is belongs to කියලා අහන්න පුළුවන්, right? Okay, so the next one is value. So regarding the value, they are given different types of values like integers, decimals, fractionals, percentages, scientific notations, dates, times, and currencies. All these things can be category under what you call the values category, right? So wherever you are going to involve with the numbers, right? In most of the cases, we can consider these things as the values, right? and from the clue that is that this is being right aligned, right? Okay, so when it comes to the formulas, right? So every formula is starting with the equal sign, right? So when you start something from the equal sign, there is a very nice thing happens, right? I'll show it to you. Now, here I'm starting like equal, I'm saying A1, right? So equal A1 means in this cell, show the content which is in the A1 cell, right? That is the meaning of this. So I say equal A1 and press enter. So here once I write like this, write this this particular formula, it shows what is going to happen, or it shows what is going to be considered, right? So I am saying equal A1 and pressing enter. So it gives you the value ABC, not the value, actually the text, right? So once I click on this ABC, the very left one, like A1's ABC, in your formula bar, right? In your formula bar, you can see ABC. When I'm clicking on the ABC, you can see ABC. When I'm clicking on 1, 2, 3, you can see 1, 2, 3. Right? We know for sure these two cells are not containing any formulas, but this particular cell, we know it keeps the formula, right? So I'm checking this. So see what happens in the formula bar. So once you select the the cell which has written a formula, in the formula bar, they are going to show you the formula written inside that. And in the cell, what they are showing is the output or the result set in from that formula, right? So even I can from here I can say equal B1 plus B2, right? That means show here uh, the addition of B1 and B2, right? So once I press enter, you can see the answer inside it, not the formula, right? Okay, and likewise you can write a lot of functions and formulas in any occurrence, and the only thing you have to refer to the very same detail and to the to the relevant detail when you are writing the what you call the formula. And be careful, you can't write the formulas for its own. Again, මට බැහැ C1 එක C3 එක ඇතුලේ මම select කරලා තියෙන C3 එකනේ. I can't write any equation or a formula which is going to be on the on C3 cell. C3 cell එකේ වෙන දෙයක් ඒකෙම ලියන්න බෑ. like මම equal C3 කියලා දැම්මොත්, right, they are giving me a error message. So the error message says there are one or more circular reference when a formula refers to its own cells, its own cell, either directly or indirectly, right? This might cause them to calculate incorrectly. Try removing or changing their reference or moving formula to a different level, right? So like කියන්නේ කියන අනතුරුවැඟීමක් කරනවා මේක ප්‍රශ්නයක්, right? ඒක නිසා මේක can like correct කරගන්න correct කරගෙන මේක represent කරන්න කියලා, right? Okay, so now since because of that, once I am clicking on this, there are equal C3, but they have given us the warning this is not a correct way of doing that, right? Okay, is it clear, people, so far? Let me have the confirmation. Right, thank you, Minul. How about the others? Right, good, good. Okay. So, yeah, so those are the three types that we can use inside the what you call the Excel, right? So like you will be having text or the labels, you will be having numerics or the integers or the values, and you will be having but the formulas as well, right? So next, what we are going to talk about is the operators, right? So operators means here we are going to talk about, there are many different operators inside this spreadsheet. Here we are going to talk about mathematical operators. So regarding the mathematical operators, we are given a plus sign to do the addition, minus sign to do the subtraction, and star mark to do the multiplication, right? And there is for the forward slash, it is there to do the division, right? And exponential, or like the power 2 to the power 3 to the power thing. So like that exponential is given from this particular type, which is like a arrowhead of the arrow, right? So that is called the exponential. So these operators are there. And for operators, there is a specific precedence, right? Now, I think you have learned about the precedence when it comes to the mathematics. So when a mathematical question is there with all four attributes, all four operators, like multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So you know you have to do it according to this BODMAS concept, right? So likewise, for this Excel, there are like what the operator precedence is happen on this manner, right? So when it comes to the very first precedence, or like the priorities given with brackets. So it is something very similar to the BODMAS. So BODMAS says brackets. Yeah, what's O is, and D is division, M is multiplication, A is addition, and S is subtraction, right? So here, first is parenthesis or the brackets. Second one is the exponent. Third, we are going to consider about the multiplication and division. Then at the very lastly, we are going to consider about addition and subtraction, right? So those are the precedence of the operators, right? And here they have given simple calculations using the values and operators. So this is something very similar to your mathematics. But when you are given a little complex formula, if you don't remember the precedence, then you are going to be in a problem, right? So here what they have given is the example 5 plus 2 into 3 exponent 2 divided by 6 minus 3, right? And later they are going to they are introducing us the way it happens, right? And hold on, now I'm saying why it is happening in the very okay, yeah. So here in these three examples, they are trying to show you there are different way that or like the equation can be changed according to the bracket levels, right? So in the very first example, it says 5 plus 2 into 3 exponent 2 divided by 6 minus 3, right? So they are according to the priority. Yeah, Binadi, I'm having, I got your question. So if we type a value and then we insert left align using the icon, there is also label or not. Yeah, it's like this, Binadi. You can consider the labels which are containing the characters, right? But when it comes to the specific values, it's going to be on your side, if you are take it that as a now in your case you are saying you are typing a value and making it a left align, still that can be considered as a value, but the alignment is the change. But if you change the type, then it's going to be a type differences. Like again, then click left align karot, so it is still, it's going to be considered as a value. But if you change this into a text, type change karan. So if I make it a text, then you won't be able to do mathematical operations using this, right? So like changing the alignment type won't change the data type, but the data type which actually get changed when you are having it like when you are changing it in the Excel sheet, right? Alignment change kara kila venas wenne adalekema data type change kara gandu, so you can consider it as another data type, right? Okay, so we were talking about this formula. So in this 5 plus 2 into 3 and exponent 2 divided by 6 minus 3. So first thing 3 exponent 2 will happen, and then the multiplication is happened, then the subtraction is happening. So you may think, can't we do the division first, then can't we go for the multiplication later? Later means after the division. Still you can, that doesn't matter, right? So here it says 2 to the power 3 into like exponent 2 to the power 6 minus 3, no? So like 3 to the exponent 2, 9 is being calculated. Then generally what we are doing is we are reading the formula from left to right. වමේ ඉඳලා දකුණටනේ අපි ඔක කියවන්නේ. එතකොට වමේදී එකම ලෙවල් එකේ කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා නම් වමේදී මුලින්ම හම්බෙන කෙනා තමයි execute වෙන්නේ කියලා අපි කතා බහ කරන්නේ. ඒතර එහෙම බැලුවොත් there is a multiplication sign and the division sign, and multiplication sign is at the left. So multiplication happens first. 2 into 9 is 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So 3 minus 3 plus 5 means give you the given the answer 5. Right. So let's try to do it on the other way around. Like 3 to the power 2 should be happen anyway. So then 9 is divided by 6. So let me see its work. 9 is divided by 6 means 3 above and 2 is going to be the below. So it's going to be 1.5. 1.5 into 2 means 3. Yes, 3 minus 3 is 0. So then still 5 is going to be there. All right. So when it comes to the second one, the second multiplication or the second question, here they have put brackets in between 6 and 3. So that will happen first, then the rest will happen according to the precedence, right? And in the third one, what they have done is instead of subtraction, they have put an addition plus 2 and plus 5 and 8 divided by 2 in here. Right, so first of all 2 into 3 will happen, that means 8. So then 8 is divided by the 2, so that means 4 plus 3 means 12. Hold on, yeah, 4 plus 3 means 12, so 12 minus 8 plus 5 will be the answer, right? So later so these things will be taken like 5, 11 and 9 as the answers. Yeah, so I think people, you are getting the clue that we have to consider the priority or the precedence of the formula.
So if you take it, it's like BODMAS, right?
Yeah, it's like it's very similar to the BODMAS. Actually, there we can say there is nothing different than that, right? But there are some places where it differs, not in these areas when it comes to the complex Excel situations, right? So it's better you remember the BODMAS as well, right? So in the page number 201 at the bottom, they are given you the some activities to be done, right? Just go through it at home, right? So it's better you provide the answers. So you will be practicing the way how the priorities or like the operation is going to happen, right? Okay, so in the page number 202, they are helping with the formulas and cell addresses in when we are doing the operations using those things. And we have done one example, right? Like I shown it to you. Here I have said equal A1. Here I have said equal B1 plus B2. Here I have said equal C3, right? So which is not a very good way of doing it. So because if you are the person that handling the spreadsheet and the active cell, remember to not to put the active cells or to change the active cell according to your formula, which is given in the which you are going to write the formula. Or ලියන්න යන formula එක ලියන්න යන තැනම a formula එකේ cell address එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න යන්න එපා. So it will occur an error called circular reference. Circular reference කියලා error එකක් දෙනවා. So it is not a good way of writing it. ලියනවා නම් අනිත් මේ cell එකේ නම් ලියන්නේ මේ අනිත් cells වල ඉන්න කට්ටියව refer කරලා ලියන එක තමයි හොඳම වැඩේ. Right? In most of the cases it's going to occur you problems. Right? So here they have shown you some formulas and with the cell addresses, right? And here what they have shown is how to write those things. So we generally say like drive it very do it very carefully when you are doing it with the Excel, because you may be leading to these type of errors, right? So it is always remember it, even though it is regardless of what you call a formula, or like regardless of writing the writing places, right? Whether it is a function or a formula, just start it using the equal sign, right? Equal sign එකෙන් පටන් අරගෙන තමයි formula එකක් ලියන්න ඕනේ හැමතැනකම. Either it is a formula or a function. දෙකෙන් ඕනම එකක් ඔයාට අරගන්න පුළුවන්, ඕනම එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. Still you have to start it from an equal sign, not from any other sign, right? Okay, so in example number 2, they are showing us the way of generating the answers using the formulas, right? So it's better you give it a shot and see. So anyway, I'm going to give you some little Excel practical by next week, right? I mean, අද දැනගත්ත ටික පොඩ්ඩක් පාවිච්චි කරගන්න කොහොමද කියලා. Yeah, so I'm going to wind up the session by this point, because hereafter we are going to talk about the how the things are going to happen, or like how things are going to do using this spreadsheet, right? So for the moment, I'm going to end the session by this point. So people, thank you very much for participating today. I hope you have done it, you got the things as you needed. So if you got any questions, just ask. That doesn't matter, I can stay for another 5 to 10 minutes. And if you don't have any questions, I don't mind like disconnecting by my side. So thank you very much, people. So I will be seeing you.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Okay, I will be seeing you for the very same time by next week, right? Thank you very much and have a nice weekend. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Buddha. Thank you.